Hello my lovely Capricorns, thank you very much for tuning in to your January 2016 reading with me, Lorien. Very nice to be reading for you again, especially for this new year. I hope everyone's having a happy holidays and it was very good to you in December. So let's have a look and see what's coming through for you. Now this reading, because I've actually changed locations, I made a mistake and didn't actually bring the deck I've been using, so we're going to be having a little bit of a change. We're going to be using the Chrysalis Tarot, and this is by Terry Brooks and Holly Sierra, and we're also going to be having the Oracle Guidance by the Archangel Oracle deck, which is by Doreen Virtue, as many of you may already know. And as you may already see as well, I've not already put the cards down. I always experiment with new formats, sometimes as the wind strikes, so I'm just going to see what comes through as I'm shuffling, show you my method a little bit more, and just to see kind of what is present on this reading for you. Okay, so I'm just going, bear with me because I don't really do this on camera, I do it off camera. I meditate over the cards as I shuffle, I lay down the cards as I feel and as I'm told. So it may take a few minutes or it may take 30 seconds. It depends on when they feel that I've got the right cards. Okay. I invite you all to breathe with me as well, just so you can use your own intuition as we bring out the cards. Okay. Wow, okay. See what I mean? I said it either takes 3 minutes or it takes 30 seconds. That wasn't even it. So there we go. I hope you can all see this. Okay. And now for the Oracle Guidance. What do we have? For Capricorn. You're just being all over the place today. Honestly, I can't take you anywhere. Come on. Actually, I think this is quite similar to the energy that you'll be feeling. I've just been told, well, it's exactly the same. Alrighty. As normal, we have 4 cards representing 1 week of the month of January and 1 overall oracle card message. The message that I'm getting through for this at the moment is you've got a lot of work to do. But there's a lot of nurturing going on in the background as well. There needs to be a lot of reflection as to what has actually happened previously so you can put that to rest. And I do feel that this is almost like the process of understanding that yes, that was a mistake before, 2015 didn't go how I had hoped, but never mind, let's carry on and let's move forwards as now, I have a fresh idea, which I think could be relevant to a New Year's resolution that you have. I actually think that the seeds that you plant in January are going to come to fruition very quickly. And as a real Capricorn, you're quite pragmatic. I do feel that you're quite steady. It may be a little bit if I can get my words out, unstable this year. Just in general energy. But no matter how unstable it becomes, there's still a lovely light and healing around you. There's still a very strong feeling of being one with other people, which I find fascinating because sometimes some of the Capricorns I've known are more within, some are more outward. I think a lot of you who are within are going to come more out, if that makes sense. So that's a beautiful feeling for January and 2016 in general. So the first week we have the sun. See if you can see that properly. Now the sun to me always represents a feeling of kind of renewal, and we are now in a new solar year because it was recently the solstice. But as you can see, the sun has a slight tear, so I think that you may have been saying goodbye to 2015 with kind of a slight bittersweetness, or you may be thinking of something that has ended and now you have to move on from that in January. January does herald new beginnings for you quite a bit, Capricorn. It is bringing forward a lot of competitive energy. But I think this is more to do with yourself. You want to better yourself. You want to become better. You want to show the world, or even your friends and family, that you can achieve something different to what you've done in the past. And this, I feel, is something that's enhanced by this card, the Renewal. It's the sun. It's the they're just saying it's in turn. The sun in turn is the world. So I think it's basically that without the sun, we're pretty much screwed. If we didn't have the sun, then there'd be no life, you know what I mean? So I think nurture yourself, allow yourself to have that bittersweet memory or that bittersweet regret, let things go, allow things to evolve as they should do, but still look forward with a little smile. I mean, to me, this card looks like it's got a little bit of the Mona Lisa smile. It's a bit sad, but there's still mystery there, and there's still hope there. There's still a lot of possibilities there in each of its leaves. And there's a lot of stuff around it that is complementary. So in the first week, you may be feeling a little bit like, oh, I don't really know, like something that, putting to rest something from the past, at least. It's a really good card. In the Three of Mirrors, oopsie daisy, this shows working together. And I mean, typically it's the Three of Cups and it is a celebration, but I feel because, you've got the Lion and the Lamb. So to me, this is all about working together. It is about making sure that you feel your differences are overlooked, or your differences are complementary as to what you would normally experience. It could be different religions, different cultures, different ways. It could be age difference as well. Managers and tiny employees. It could be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to say that, all employees are like insignificant compared to the managers. Far from it. If anything, in my experience, managers do not know how hard some of the employees actually have it, because they're the front line. It's kind of like being on a battlefield. But I think this is almost like working together. You have a reason to work together, a reason to celebrate, a reason to unite in this way. And it's also like the reflections are coming back to you of what you've achieved over the course of the last year. So that's a very good, strong feeling that's coming through for you, Capricorn. It's a very easy, patient, and it's a collaboration of some kind. So whether this is kind of putting aside your differences with a friend or a family member or a work colleague in order to get the common good, it may also be uniting an idea from two different sources in order to come up with one singular idea which will be better for everybody else. So I think it's to do with spirituality myself, but you different pastures, you may actually come through to somewhere else. Different pastures may present themselves or unite in unexpected ways for you. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what comes through. Seven of Stones in the third week. I'm just going to read this because they're not giving me a very melancholy. That's what they just said. If you are feeling divine melancholy, and there should be some kind of balance within that. They're asking you to hear the song of the nature around you this week. You may experience something that the feeling that I'm getting is kind of like you'll recognize the earth around you or the environment around you is suffering a little bit, or it's changing, and not for the best. And I think you may want to kind of take that contemplation a little bit this week, simply because this surprises you or this shocks you and you didn't realise it was that bad. But I feel like you will reach a point where you have a shaded moment. And I honestly do feel the shaded moment is almost like, as you can see, that you've travelled down the river and you've gone through a journey, and now you have a moment of respite. You may be feeling like you have a private moment to yourself in order to maybe have a good cry, or maybe take stock of what's happened, or maybe reward yourself with a break, that kind of feeling. I'm just going to move this camera down slightly. I think it moved. There we go. But either way, what's actually being brought to mind is, I don't know what, Princess Diana's funeral. And her sons, William and Harry, were walking along, and suddenly, well, not suddenly, but they reached an archway. And as soon as they were in the archway, they wiped away tears. They felt like they had a private moment away from the crowds and the watchful eyes of the media, to actually have that private moment of just wiping away tears, registering the fact that they were upset, and stepping away, removing themselves. And I feel like that's the same for you in this third week. Not to say it's a bad thing, I just think it's a necessary thing. I think it's something that you need to go through, kind of like a release of everything. So you might not be able to do it fully in the first week with the sun, but I think you will be able to do it by the third week. Sorry. And, you know, come to terms with something. Restore yourself, and then you can move on. Because... Six of Spirals. Now, I don't know whether you know the lore of these, but it's kind of like they use their rags and tie it to the trees and leave them there, so you know the fairies can answer it, or nature can answer their wishes. And I think that you will be working on your wishes maybe in the last week of January, because actually the full moon, the first full moon of 2016, is on the 24th of January. So in that last week, you're probably going to be wanting to manifest something in a quite big way. The idea, and okay, they're saying the conception of the idea is in the second week here, where you combine two elements, excuse me, and then in this last week, there's a culmination of everything you've learned and everything that you have developed and fought for. Interesting. Anything else that you have to give me on that? No, there's nothing else that I can feel for this card apart from a little bit of be careful what you wish for, a little bit of watch what you expect and watch how your desires seem to be manifesting. Because for instance, if you say, I want a lover, I want somebody in my life, I want somebody to come through and dazzle me and be you could get kind of like a Casanova type, or you know, a femme fatale. You could get somebody in who whips you around, turns your life upside down, and then leaves you feeling worse. So be careful. If you want that passion, if you want to be heartbroken at the end of it, then maybe it won't be too bad. But I don't know anybody who would want that. So yeah, they're just kind of saying watch it. Watch what you wish for, but it is coming through. This week is a very high week of manifestation energy. It's a very high week of being able to materialize things seemingly out of thin air. So be careful what you wish for in that week. If you need, I haven't done the astrology for the full moon yet of January, but I do feel it's going to be quite an important moment for you, because again, it seems to be like it's just outside of Capricorn, so it may be something that you need to kind of work on, you know, in the run up to the full moon, what your sign means to you, how you can utilize your sign for the better good or your own higher good. That's just an idea, and what a brilliant idea it is too. So this is Uriel, and this is, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Whew. So, for some reason I'm singing, and I hate the song myself, but I'm singing Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. And this is brought because of that. It came in like, it came in like a wrecking ball, but it came in like a lightning bolt. A divinely guided lightning bolt, which is less catchy, but more suited to, I think, the message here. You are going to have a divine hit of inspiration, and you are going to feel like you are being guided to something a lot better. Again, a lot of healing coming through as well. A lot of healing. And I think they want you to work on your sacral chakra if possible. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you may be having some issues with your sacral chakra this month, and they just kind of want to envelop you in a kind of orange light. They want to make sure that, you know, you're receiving the purest of ideas and love and things, not, you know, it's not getting stuck anywhere. So if you can just kind of get some calcite, not calcite, yeah, orange calcite and carnelian, maybe that would be good for you to kind of cleanse some of your sacral chakra in that way. Any final words? Be yourself. Simple. Simple words. Be yourself. Be yourself in everything that you do, and I don't think you will be able to regret anything at the end of 16. You know, 2016, you can look back and go, well, at least I was true. And that's, I think, the only thing that you can expect from yourself. But it's a very powerful month for you, Capricorn. I'm looking forward to it. And also, happy birthday for those of you who are born in January. And also, belated happy birthday for those who are born at the tail end of September and Christmas Day and things. But I hope you have a wonderful time. I'm wishing you all the best. As usual, I want to remind you that this is a general reading. It's not taking into account the personal aspects of your chart and your own energies. But if you'd like a personal reading with me, I'll leave my website information down below, and you can contact me on there for various things. I've got astrology, spirit guides, tarot readings, oracle readings, spells, and various things on there. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you to the newcomers for watching my videos. Thank you for connecting with me on Twitter, Facebook, email. I love speaking to you all. And most of all, I love reading for you. So thank you very much for giving me, or continuing to give me, this opportunity. And I look forward to reading for you soon. Take care, Capricorn.